Hello and welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we're talking about meal planning and how helpful it can be. Hey Janine.
Hey Shannon, how you doing?
I'm pretty great. How are you?
Pretty great. I'm good. I'm excited to be talking with you about meal planning.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I don't do any meal planning, and I would like to learn how it can be helpful to me. No, I think I know naturally how helpful it would be. I'll get some strategies to make it work here.
Yeah, well, and I think that you don't do most of the cooking either.
Correct. That makes it harder to plan meals, kind of. I mean, not necessarily, but
No.
The cook in our house doesn't like to be told what to do. It doesn't take suggestion well, so it makes it more challenging. But if it's his idea, then it works. So I'll approach it from that standpoint.
Right. Well,
Plus, he thinks you're a genius, so if I tell him you're doing it, that will help.
Well, and I do it with my husband, so sometimes I bring him in on it, but I do most of the cooking. So, but it is nice to sort of have agreement.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. That's a really good point. I would think that. I mean, everyone's relationships are different, but
Right.
I would like if Barry decided he wanted to do meal planning, I would want to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% would want to be involved. Mike, on the other hand, he says over and over, he'll eat whatever I put in front of him.
He's like a 1950s guy with a short sleeve collared shirt who just came home from work to food in front of him, huh?
Yep. Which isn't to say he's an excellent sous chef. He loves doing like prepping stuff and.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if he was just showing off when I'm around. He does that all the time, huh?
He does.
Yeah, he is very helpful. And by contrast, I'm not allowed in the kitchen when Barry's cooking, which is awesome for me. I sit in the living room, watch TV, but also that means I don't know how to cook.
Well, you know, like you said, every relationship's different.
That's right. So
But
tell us, I want to hear how you do your meal planning.
Well, I do notice a big difference in the weeks where I do meal planning and the weeks that I don't.
Difference in what?
Difference in how well I eat, how well we eat. It lowers my stress level. Knowing what I'm going to make and having all the ingredients for it. And it's also kind of fun because, you know, I pick things to make that I really like, and so I get to look forward to having them later in the week.
Oh, and then probably you sometimes get leftovers too, right?
Yeah, I try to make meals where there will be leftovers, at least enough leftovers to have for lunch the next day.
Nice. That's excellent. So do you I'm going to ask you one question, then I'm going to let you just talk about it in whatever order makes sense. But I'm wondering, do you pair planning meals with planning shopping? You
Yes.
probably must, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And my jumping off point is maybe what we already have, or, you know, like we have a lot of things in the freezer. We have, you know, salmon and steak and chicken, and, you know, we have a lot of protein meat things in the freezer. And so I may plan some stuff around that. I may plan, you know, if something I really love is on sale and so I'm going to get it, I might plan around that. Or I just plan on, you know, what seems like it would be good to eat with this weather at this time of year.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, that makes me have to ask about your freezer. So my freezer is a black hole of coldness. And we never know what's in there. And I never want to find out because it's so cold. Do you keep an inventory of your freezer?
I do. So I have an inventory of the freezer and an inventory of the pantry area. I use the app AnyList for it, which is normally a grocery shopping list, but I have a freezer list and a pantry list, and sometimes I do it as I go if I remember, but usually what I do is I just sort of update the inventory on a monthly basis. I have a recurring reminder that shows up once a month to update it.
Do you have to dig around in the freezer to do that?
No, because the freezer is organized.
Excellent.
And I have, what I have are, they're plastic, like little basket bin things that can stack on each other. And so I have like the top right side has two of those, and they're seafood. And so it's like, sort of one serving of each in the top one, and then below that is like all the extras, like, because we have like a ton of salmon. Whenever salmon goes on sale, like sockeye salmon goes on sale, we also have a one of those freezer, or it's a what is it called? Those things that they're plastic, and you seal it. It's like,
is it a Ziploc bag?
No, it's a sealer, and then it's a plastic bag, and then you seal it, and then it sucks all the air out.
Yeah, we have that too, and I don't know what it's called, but we colloquially call it seal-a-meal here at our house.
Yes, well, that's what they used to be called.
Right, it has a different name now, and we have one too, yes.
Yeah, so when our favorite things go on sale, we buy a lot and then freeze them into, portion sizes. Pre-portioned. And so, like the whole bottom bin is like full of salmon because we bought a ton of it when it was on super sale. It goes on super sale like once or twice a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so it's all sorted. So there's like bread products on the top left, seafood on the top right. The next shelf on the left is chicken, on the right is pork, and beef is in the middle, and then the lower area is fruit that I use for smoothies, and we have a few frozen vegetables that we keep down there.
It's a beauty of organization. So we're talking, what kind of freezer are we talking about here? Is it what do you call it?
It's an upright.
Upright, that's the word. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, and ours is a drawer, right? Where
right.
I find it hard to keep track of things. But
so this is a whole separate freezer that we have in our basement.
Got it. That's very, very cool.
Yeah, and then in the freezer that's part of our refrigerator in the kitchen, I just have, ice cream.
Because you're not going to store that in the basement.
Yeah, and then I have one whole area of it is all like frozen cubes of different things. So, like, I've had pizza sauce, and, you only need a little bit of pizza sauce when you're making a pizza. And so I freeze it in ice cube trays, and then I can defrost a little bit for a pizza because I never use a whole thing of it. And then I also have cubes of broth, homemade chicken stock, and homemade fish stock, and
cubes. Interesting. We do that,
juice.
But not in cubes. Huh.
Well, I actually bought. This is going to turn into like a whole sales thing, like an infomercial. I bought these things called super cubes, SOUPER.
It reminds me of Party Down, super salad, remember?
Yeah, exactly. But they come in different sizes, so I have them that come in a 1 to 2 tablespoon, half cup,
cool.
cup, 2 cup.
2-cup. Wow.
Yeah.
And do you leave them in the cube tray or do you decant them into like a plastic bag?
I decant them into a plastic bag, and because they're cubes, it's super easy to stick them into like a gallon. I mean, the little ones I don't care about. I just dump them in. But the big ones you can kind of stack in a Ziploc
Oh, wow.
bag, and then a recipe calls for a half a cup of stock. I pull out a half a cup cube.
Yeah.
If I'm making soup, I can make basically like soup for Mike and I just pull out a 2-cup one. And I can just make, like basically a 2-serving thing of homemade chicken soup.
That's amazing. Well, we can include links in the show notes because I want to look at those. I think because we tend to use either seal a meal or food storage containers for things like pizza sauce and chicken stock. And then I buy those crushed garlic, little tiny cubes, and the crushed ginger. And one day I accidentally put the ginger in the chili instead of the garlic. That was bad. But it looked alike. But that's all very fascinating. Okay, so the ability to find what you need in your freezer is huge.
Yes.
For meal planning and shopping. And the ability to make ahead makes making those meals so much easier. Making ahead with your base things that you store in cubes, which is so amazing.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
Well, if I did, I forgot. It feels vaguely familiar, but I don't know. I think that's amazing. So now, of course, I want an upright freezer, but I don't think I'm getting one. But,
no, probably not.
Because it would have to be in the basement, and that's so far away from the kitchen in our house and so forth.
Yeah.
We could put it in the guest room. What do you think?
Oh, sure. No problem.
But I'm also interested in the mechanics of your meal planning.
So I use a Trello board.
Oh, right. We talked about that in a recent episode.
Yes, in the self-care one, which is where we talked about, we should do a whole meal planning episode.
Right.
Right. So I have a Trello board where I put all of my recipes, and I have them divided into like seafood, poultry, beef, veggie, entree salad, sides. And then I have, the first column on the left is the week. I just have the days of the week in there. And then I just move things over. I just move recipes over and for the days of the week. And then I look at the recipes and add what I need to my AnyList shopping list.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you have in Trello, in your meal planning list, you have a card for each day of the week?
I do, and I just use that as a placeholder. I can do a screenshot of my Trello board. But so like I have a card that just says Monday, one that says Tuesday, and then I put the recipe, like whatever I'm going to make on Monday, move that card under the Monday card. Okay. So it just becomes like sort of a header. But it works really well.
And do you do it like on Sundays, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, what's been working well for me is I'm able to go shopping on Monday mornings. And so I do it on Sunday because I hate going to the grocery store on the weekend when everyone else is there. And I have the luxury of being able to go on Monday morning. So I plan on Sunday afternoon, and that's when Mike helps me with it, and create the list, and then I go shopping on Monday morning, and then I'm set for the week.
Oh, that's excellent. And does Mike, so sometimes Mike's involved in the planning if he's around, and other times he isn't?
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. And it really does make a huge difference when I know what I'm going to cook.
It takes away, I mean, even for someone like me who isn't the cook, there's still a certain amount of stress about what am I going to have for dinner.
Right.
And lots of times Barry and I will fend for ourselves, but I could even, if he doesn't want to get it, I think actually if I talked to him about meal planning, he'd want to do it. But I could plan my fending meals, which unfortunately sometimes involve appetizers from Trader Joe's.
Well, I think we talked about this last time in the self-care episode because your meal the night before had consisted of cheese.
Right, delicious, but and I just have to throw out there that when I was in Walla Walla, I had pot stickers 3 times. So
oh my gosh,
yeah, now I just want that. But yeah, and cheese is okay every now and then, but it's not the good basis of a meal on a nightly basis anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
but it's nice, and sometimes I'll only plan 3 or 4 meals for the week, and then we'll have we might just have like a big salad and some salami and cheese and crackers or something like that, or not non-recipe items.
And every now and then you probably go out to dinner.
We don't go out to dinner really in the world of the pandemic. I don't eat in restaurants that much.
Probably wise. What about takeout?
But we do occasionally get takeout. So we used to, pre-pandemic, we would go out to eat probably once a week and get takeout once a week.
Right.
But the other thing I have to say that helped is, and you and Barry actually got me started on this idea, was I subscribed to some meal kits and to bring some new recipes into my life. And a lot of those recipes have been the mainstays for my meal planning. Yeah,
I first of all, I'm shocked to hear you say that we got you into that, because I thought you got us into that. But
no, you said that. I was really surprised because you said that you guys, I can't remember, I think you maybe started with Blue Apron, and you said you got it because you wanted to get some new recipes.
Yep.
And I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, and you've shared ones with us, and they always let you give away free trials or whatever.
Right.
And some of our favorite recipes now are actually really HelloFresh has been the big winner for us. Yeah, there are a few a few recipes from HelloFresh that are in the rotation. In fact, we might be having one of them tonight.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm having, I'm making, so we are all having burst cherry tomato sauce pasta.
Oh yeah, you shared that with me. That's good.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's not exactly cherry tomato season yet, but I really, really wanted it. So I'm hoping it tastes as good as eating it in cherry tomato season.
Right. And I think Barry bought the ingredients for the HelloFresh orzo with cherry tomatoes and what else is in there? Pepper and red pepper and something else. Oh, meat that he shouldn't have, sausage. Which he's cut way back on the amount of sausage in the dish, which is really sad. But he tried serving it to me without any sausage, and that was sadder. Since he's on a low-salt diet. But yeah, Mom, my mouth is watering thinking about both of those dishes.
Yeah. Well, this year I made fish stock for the first time. We got, there was this huge sale on whole salmon at our local, sort of our local version of Whole Foods, New Seasons. And you buy the whole salmon and then they will fillet it for you. And I had Mike bring home all the extras and I made fish stock. And so one of the meal kits we tried was Marley Spoon, which is the Martha Stewart one. And it had a salmon chowder in it that called for fish stock, and I had made all this fish stock. So we've been having salmon chowder almost every week because it's so good. And it's pretty quick to make.
Yeah, isn't that something? Wow, Shannon, that's fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a nice thing about being in the Pacific Northwest too. I
Right.
don't see big sales on salmon here. I don't think. Of course, I'm not looking for it, but that's really great. I feel like we could talk forever about this, and I have no idea how long we've been talking.
I think we probably talked enough for now.
Okay.
But the gist of it is meal planning is super helpful. And as we mentioned in the episode that spawned this idea, is it really is self-care.
Right. It's not. It doesn't sound like it's hard. It sounds like you're letting it be easy.
Yeah. I do sometimes have to, like, I sort of dread doing it. Like, I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. But then I do it, and I feel so much better having done it.
Yeah. And it strikes me that the key here is you keep all your recipes together in a really easy to read format. And
Yes.
so on Trello, you can actually see pictures of most of your recipes probably.
Right.
And that's inspirational. And then you just put it together like a puzzle.
Right. And that's the thing about the meal kits. Like, you know, they send it with a recipe card, but you can also get the recipes online. So even if you don't subscribe to the meal kit, you can get their recipes.
Which is kind of amazing. I think maybe we should include links to the orzo dish and the burst cherry tomatoes.
Well, the burst cherry tomato one is not.
It's not
from that. I think it's a New York Times one, but we can include a recipe for it.
Yeah, we include the link, and if people can get it, great. Yeah, that really is nice. I mean, it would be worthwhile to peruse HelloFresh, for example, for me, since that seems to be a favorite flavor profile, to see what might jump out. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of things we can link to from this.
I'm going to be spending an hour doing the show notes, right?
Well, we would like to hear from you, our listeners. Do you meal plan? Do you have any tips or secrets for us? You can let us know on Twitter at GTG Enough, on Instagram and Facebook at Getting to Good Enough. You can leave us a message at 413-424-GTGE, that's 4843, or you can head over to gettingtogoodenough.com and leave a comment in the show notes. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. Episode did was make me hungry.
Right, I was thinking the same thing.